Hello everyone, I am Piyush Goyal and I welcome you to Voxcel's YouTube channel. In this video, we're gonna focus on third passage of fourth test of academic IELTS book number 20. So this is the last passage of the last test of this particular book series. So if you haven't watched the previous videos, I will recommend you to watch those videos as well. They will help you to make your understanding better. They will help you to clear your doubts, how to solve a particular set of questions and what are the ways to solve that. So without further delay, let's start this particular video. So in this passage the passage is that we're going to deal with is a new rule of livestock guard dogs. So livestock guard dogs, traditionally used to protect farm animals from predators, are now being used to protect the predators themselves. So in this paragraph we could be reading about the importance of livestock guard dogs, or how the rule has changed, or why the rule has changed, like from protecting livestock from predators to protecting predators themselves, and how they do it, why predators need their safety, or sorry, their guard why they need such kind of guards. Okay, maybe we will read these kind of stuff. Now what we'll do is, if you have watched my previous video, you should know we will go straight to the questions and see what kind of questions we're gonna deal with. So first set of questions is from question 27 to 31. We have to solve paragraph contains information type question. So we have 7 paragraphs from A to G, and we have to write any letter in front of 5 questions. Okay, but the main thing to note here is this particular set of instruction. And B, you may use any letter more than once. This means that more often than not, like almost always, you will have to use single letter for 2 questions. It's not compulsory because they have written may, but don't be fooled by it. Most of the times, like 99.99% of the times, you would have to use single letter for 2, sometimes even 3 questions. Okay, next set of questions, we have to match list of people with the statements, and then for the last one we have to solve blanks. So in the previous video we have tackled all the 3 sets simultaneously, but in this I will not do that. I will treat each question on its merit, meaning to say we will treat each question differently. So first we will solve 28, 29, 27, 28, 29, all like that. First we will solve this particular set, and then we will solve this set, and then we will solve this set independently. We will not mix and mash. But what I will do is, I will mark all the names of people that I come across, so that when I have to solve these questions, I will not have to read the entire passage again. So to solve paragraph contains information, what you have to do is, you have to read the first passage and then read all the questions and see if you get any answer or not. So you should be very careful that there are only 5 questions and you have 7 paragraphs. So simple math says 2 paragraphs will not be present in the options or in the answers, but because of this particular instruction, you may use any letter more than once. There may be 3 or more paragraphs that you will not need to use. So first paragraph: for thousands of years, livestock guard dogs worked alongside shepherds to protect their sheep, goats and cattle from predators such as wolves and bears. So they are saying that, like, for thousands of years, like for a lot of years, guard dogs have worked alongside shepherds, basically humans, to protect sheep, goats, cattle from bears and wolves. But in the 19th and 20th centuries, When such predators were largely exterminated, most guard dogs lost their jobs. In recent years, however, as increased efforts have been made to protect wild animals, predators have become more widespread again. So what happened was in 19th and 20th centuries, people almost killed a lot of these predators like wolves, bears, foxes that usually feed on these cattle, sheep, etc. So the job of the guard dog was like no more. The guard dogs were not needed no more. So they lost their jobs. But because of recent efforts to like protect wildlife, the number of predators has increased. So the job has restored. As a result, farmers once more need to protect their livestock, and guard dogs are enjoying an unexpected revival. So they are enjoying an unexpected revival. They like people didn't expect that guard dogs will ever be needed again. First question. An example of how one predator has been protected by the introduction of livestock guard dogs. So there is no example of how one predator has been protected by guard dogs. Okay, introduction of guard dog. An optimistic suggestion about the possible positive developments in the use of livestock guard dogs. Optimistic suggestion. There is no optimistic suggestions about developments using livestock guard dogs. A description of how the methods used by livestock guard dogs helps to keep predators away. There is no description of the methods that these dogs use to keep predators away. Claims by different academics that the use of livestock guard dogs is a successful way of protecting farmers' herds. There is no claim by different academics successful way to protect the herds. A reference to how livestock guard dog gain their skills. There is no mention or there is no method given of how these dogs gain their skills. So A option is not the answer and there is no name given also. So there is no use of this particular paragraph. Maybe for blank it could be used, but we don't have to worry about that right now. Today there are around 50 breeds of guard dogs on duty in various parts of the world. So now there are 50 breeds of guard dogs on duty in different parts of the world. These dogs are raised from an early age with animals they will be watching, and eventually these animals become the dog's family. So this particular thing, does this ring any bells? So you have 5 seconds to match your answers, verify your answers, note down your answers, and after that I will write the correct answer. Question number here. Time starts now. Okay guys, time's up. So let's see, first we will read here an example of how one predator has been protected. No, there is no mention of protection of predators. An optimistic suggestion about the possible positive development, the usage. There is no optimistic suggestion. And about the possible positive development, basically it's in the futures, basic like something like that. A description of how methods used by livestock guard dog to keep predators away. Is this the answer? Claims by different academics that they used for livestock guards to in successful way protecting farmer herd. There is no claim by different academics, nothing like that. A reference to how successful guard dog gain their skills. Yes, this could be our answer. There is written that they are raised from an early age with the animals, will be watching them and things like that. Clear? So this is our answer number. Any doubts? So we will write here. B. Hope it is clear. Okay, now we read forward. Further, the dogs will place themselves between the livestock and any threat, barking loudly. If necessary, they will chase away predators, but often their mere presence is sufficient. Their initial training is to make them understand that livestock is going to be their family, says Dan McCone, a shepherd with three guard dogs. Let's see, Dan McCone is. Yes, we have this. So, what I will do is, this is in inverted commas, so I will mark it in this particular picture. Okay, a shepherd with three guard dogs. A fluffy white puppy is fun to be around, but too much human affection makes it a great dog for guarding the front porch rather than a great livestock guard dog. So they are telling about difference between a puppy, a house dog, and a guard dog basically. So let's see if anything else comes up. An example of how one predator know, an optimistic suggestion about the possible positive no, a description of how the methods used by livestock guard dog to have to keep predators away. Is there any methods mentioned that guard dogs use to keep predators away? I will give you 5 seconds to tell me, figure out the answer. Yes or no? Okay, time's up. The answer is yes. The answer to this question will be B. Where? This is the location. The guard dogs will place themselves between the livestock and any threat, barking loudly, and if necessary, they will chase the predator away. So here we will write our question number 29. Hope it is clear. Moving on to the next paragraph. So this is also said by Dan. So we will do is we will mark it. C. The evidence indicates that guard dogs are highly effective. So there are some evidence that guard dogs are like quite effective. For example, in Portugal, biologist Silvia Ribeiro. So this is the name of the person. Let me highlighted. Silvia Ribeiro has found that more than 90% of the farmers participating in a program to train and use guard dogs to protect their herds against attack from wolves rate the performance of the dogs as very good or excellent. In a study carried out in Australia by Linda Van Bommel and Chris Johnson, again people at the University of Tasmania, more than 65% of the herders reported that predation stopped completely after they got the dogs, and almost all the rest saw a decrease in attacks. If they are managed and used properly, livestock guard dogs are the most efficient control method that we have in terms of amount of livestock that they save from predation, says Van Bommel. So here this particular person is saying something. Okay, now we will read this question and see if anything comes up. An example of how one predator has been protected by introduction of livestock guard dogs. There is no mention of that. An optimistic suggestion about the possible positive development. There is no suggestion of that. Claims by different academics that use of livestock guard dogs is a successful way of protecting farmer herds. Is there any mention of that? Different academics? Yes. First, it is said by Sylvia Ribeiro that 90% farmers participated in this particular program, said it is successful, and then by Australia by Linda Van Bommel and Chris Johnson that 60% said it is successful. So here are the two claims. Sorry about that. So here are the two claims. So I will just mark the question number here. Question number 30. What I'm doing. Sorry about that, guys. And here C. Okay, now we'll read the next paragraph. D. But today's guard dogs also have a new role to help preserve the predators. So now they are saying that guard dogs have to save the predators. So here I think 27 there may be answer in this, but we haven't till now read an example of one predator. Let's see if there is an example given. It is hoped that the reduction in livestock losses can make farmers more tolerant of predators and less likely to kill them. In Namibia, more than 90% of cheetahs live outside protected areas close to humans raising livestock. As a result, the cheetahs are often held responsible for animal losses, and large number have been killed by farmers. When guard dogs were introduced, more than 90% of farmers reported a dramatic reduction in livestock losses and said that as a result they were less likely to kill predators. Julie Young at Utah State University in the US believes this result applies widely. There is common ground from the livestock perspective and from the conservation perspective. She says, if ranchers don't have a dead cow, they will not make a call to apply for a permit to kill a wolf. So she says something, and this is the name of the person. What I will do is I will mark the entire thing so that I can read it later if there is any answer. So, which is the example that guard dog have to protect? Yes, this is the example. When guard dog will introduce this and is likely to kill predators, and which predator was held responsible? Cheetahs. They were held responsible. So because of guard dog, the cattle were saved, and as a result, the cheetah's life was also saved. So this is our question number 27. So the answer to this question would be D. I hope it is clear. Okay, next paragraph. Looking at, so we have three more paragraphs and only one question available. D, B, C, D. Yes, only one question available. Let's see if we are able to find it in E, F or G. Looking at all the published evidence, Bethany Smith and Nottingham Trent University, so name of the person, at Nottingham Trent University in the UK found that up to 88% of farmers said they no longer killed predators after using dogs, but warned that such self-reported results must be taken with a pinch of salt. What's more, it's possible that livestock guard dogs merely displace predators to unprotected neighboring properties where their fate isn't recorded. So here is inverted commas. In some regions, we work with almost every farmer, but in others, only one or two have dogs, says the bureau. If we are not working with everybody, we are transferring the wolf pressure to the neighbor's herd, and he can use poison to kill the entire pack of wolves. So, is there mention about optimistic suggestion? There is negative thoughts like we are not actually saving, we are just giving them to other herd to kill. So if they are like other herds cattle were killed, that farmer will kill them. If not the farmer in which they were like kept, so other farmer will kill them. So there is nothing optimistic in this. So we will read in the next paragraph F. Another concern is, again there is concern, so I don't think so there is anything positive will be there, but again we don't know for sure, so we will continue reading. Another concern is whether there may be unintended ecological effects of using guard dogs. Studies suggest that reducing deaths of one types of predator may have a negative impact on other species. The extent of this problem isn't known, but the consequences are clear in Namibia. Cheetahs aren't the only species that cause sheep and goat losses there. Other predators also attack livestock. In 2015, researchers reported that in spite of impact farmers obtaining guard dogs ahead on cheetahs, the number of jackals killed by dogs and people actually increased. So cheetahs were saved, but here they are saying jackals killed by dogs increased. So obviously there is nothing optimistic about it. Guard dogs have other ecological impacts too. They have been found to spread diseases to wild animals, including endangered Ethiopian wolves. They may also compete with other carnivores for food, and by creating landscape of fear, their mere presence can influence behavior of prey animals. So nothing optimistic, everything is like concern or negative. So this cannot be our answer of optimistic suggestion. Moving on to the last paragraph. So if we are sure that there is nothing before that and only one paragraph is left, what we can do is, if we are sure our answer, we can say this should be G option. But again we are practicing and we will be reading it in exam. If you are 100% sure in your ability that you have read everything correctly and thoroughly, you can easily mark it and move forward. So let's see. The evidence so far, however, indicates that these consequences aren't always negative. So something positive we're talking about. Guard dogs can deliver unexpected benefits by protecting vulnerable wildlife from predators. For example, so possible positive, unexpected benefits, possible positives. Their presence has been found to protect birds which build nest on the ground in fields where foxes would normally raid them. Indeed, Australian researchers are now using dogs to enhance biodiversity and create refuge for species threatened by predations. So if we can get this right, there may be a bright future for guard dogs in promoting harmonious coexistence between humans and wildlife. So here they are giving us suggestion. What is the suggestion? That if we are able to do something, we may have some positive developments, because guard dog will be able to use to promote harmonious existing of humans and wildlife. So here we can say the answer to the question number 28, G option. Hope it is clear. Now what we'll do is we will do the list of people, and for that we have marked already. So let's see. Dan McCoon, here it is. What he says: the initial training is to make them understand that livestock is going to be their life, says Dan. And second thing he says that a fluffy white puppy is fun to be around, but too much human affection makes it great dog for guarding the front porch, not like livestock. Let's see if there is anything about that. The use of guard dogs, okay, this color. The use of guard dogs may save the life of both livestock and wild animals. So there is nothing about saving life. They are just saying that dogs are being taught that they are going livestock is going to be their life, and difference between a house dog and a guard dog. Claims of a change in behavior from those using livestock guard dogs may not be totally accurate. So we have read, but it is not of Dan. There may be negative results in the use of livestock guard dogs is not sufficiently widespread. Again, we have read, but it's not of Dan. Livestock guard dogs. Let me drink water, guys. Give me 2-3 seconds. Excuse me. So we'll continue. Livestock guard dogs are the best way of protecting farm animals as long as the dogs are appropriately handled. Okay, there is nothing mentioned like that. 36. Teaching a livestock guard dog how to do its work needs a different focus from teaching a house guard dog. Yes, can you tell me some answer if there is any answer? Yes, the 36th answer is A. It's quite easy to understand. Here is the location. So for guard dog you need to train them with livestock, and for house dog it's fun to be around human affection, these kind of things, work with them. So we have written A option. So there is no, again there is no note written that you may use a letter more than one, so we will have to write one letter for one question. So there are 5 questions and 5 people, so all will be used. So we'll move forward to the next. If they are managed and used properly, livestock guard dogs are the most efficient control method that we can have in terms of amount of livestock that they are saved from predation, says Van Bommel. So first, the use of guard dogs may save the life of both livestock and wild animals. There is nothing about that. Claims of a change in the behavior from those using livestock guard dog may not be totally accurate. He or she is just saying, this person is just saying that if guard dogs are managed and used properly, they are like most efficient control method to save our sheep, cattle. There may be negative results. There is no mention about negative results. Livestock guard dogs are the best way to protecting farm animals. So here they have written most efficient, best way, as long as they are appropriately handled, well managed and used properly. So yes, this is our question number 35. So here Van Bommel, C option. Okay, moving forward, let's see. Julie Young, is there Julie Young? Yes, Julie Young is also there. So what Julie Young is saying, in US believes that this result applies. There is common ground for from the livestock perspective and from the conservation perspective. She says if ranchers don't have a dead cow, they will not make a call to apply for permit to kill a wolf. So she just saying that if they do not have any dead cow, they will not be like killing other people. So let's see, sorry, not killing wolf. So let's see first. The use of guard dog may save lives of both livestock and the wild animals. Can this be our answer of this particular person, Julie Young? Is this person saying we can save life of both livestock and wild animals? Or 33rd, claims of a change in behavior from those using livestock guard dogs may not be totally accurate. Is there something about inaccuracies or something like that? No. There may be negative results if the use of livestock guard dog is not sufficiently widespread. There is word written widely, but there is not, it is not like same as widespread here. So this is not our answer. So our answer is 32. But how, where it is written? So here she is saying if ranchers don't have a dead cow, meaning the cow is alive, they will not make a call to kill the wolf. So the wild animal will also be safe. So this is our answer to question number 32. Julie Young. So Julie Young is D option. I hope it is clear till now. Bethany Smith. Bethany Smith. E option. Let's see what she says. This is Ribeiro. Bethany Smith. In some regions. This is Sylvia Ribeiro. Okay, we don't have to worry about her right now. We have to think about Bethany Smith. Looking at the all published evidence, Bethany Smith and Nottingham found that up to 88% of farmers said they no longer kill predators after using dogs, but warned that such self-reported results may be taken with a pinch of salt. What's more, it is possible that livestock guard dogs merely displace predators to unprotected neighboring properties where their fate isn't recorded. So this person is saying that, okay, this person is saying that whatever the data we have been presented with, it should be taken with a pinch of salt. That we should be wary of that. We should not like believe it blindly. There could be discrepancies, there could be differences in the actual data and the data that has been reported. So let's see 33rd question. Claims of a change in behavior from using livestock guard dogs may not be totally accurate, or there may be negative results if the use of livestock guard dogs is not sufficiently widespread. Is she saying something negative? She just saying we have to take something with a pinch of salt, meaning to say it may or may not be true. So it may not be accurate. So this is our answer to Bethany Smith. Bethany Smith, E option. And question number 33. So we have only one option left and we know that we cannot repeat any other option. So it's B. So we can easily write B here. But before that, what we're gonna do is we're gonna read whether it is answer or not. The option is saying there may be negative results if the use of livestock guard dog is not sufficiently widespread, and here it is saying that in some regions we work with almost every farmer, but in others only one or two have dogs. If we are not working with everybody, meaning to say widespread, we are transferring the wolf pressure to the neighbor's herd and he can use poison to kill an entire pack of wolves. That is a negative result. So let me just do this. So this is our question number 34. So in exam, if you are 100% sure that whatever you have read previously, you are dead sure that you have read it correctly. So in these kind of events you can, or occasions, you can just mark the answer and move to the next set. So the next set is question number 37 to 40, and in we have to use one word only. Let me use which color I haven't used right now. I have used yellow. Okay, for this I haven't used any color. I would mark it in green. For this I will mark green, and for this I will choose, let me choose. Okay, we have to write one word only, but if we write more than one word, it will be marked as incorrect. In Namibia, livestock guard dogs have been used to protect domestic animals from attack by cheetahs. Unintended ecological effects of using live guard dogs. So we have to find, sorry about that. We have to find Namibia and cheetahs in the paragraph. I believe we have read these. I'm sure we have read this because we have read the entire paragraph. This has led to a rise in the death of other predators, particularly dash. So we have read here something here. Namibia, Bethany Smith. There is nothing about Namibia up till now because we have read this. Yeah, here is Namibia and cheetahs. So, cheetahs aren't the only species that cause sheep and goat losses. Their other predators also attack livestock in 2015. So, what happened in 2015? Researchers reported that in spite of the impact farmers obtaining guard dogs had on cheetahs, the number of jackals killed by dogs and other people actually increased. So cheetahs, they were saved. So used to protect cheetahs, that, but this led to the death of other predators. And who are they? Jackals. So our answer to this question is question number 30. So, I hope you would have been able to find the answer. So let me write here. In addition, it has been suggested that the dogs could have dash which may affect other species and that they may reduce the amount of dash. Okay, first we will do this particular blank 38. So in addition, so another point is that it has been suggested that dogs could have something. So guard dogs have other ecological impacts too. They have been found to spread diseases to wild animals, including endangered Ethiopian wolves. So our answer is from here to here. So you have 5 seconds to figure out the answer and your time starts now. Okay, I'll give you 5 more. Okay, time's up. So hopefully you would have arrived at the correct answer, and the correct answer, let me write here, is diseases. So why this answer is correct, let's see. So in addition, like guard dog have other ecological impacts too. So two basically refers to this. So they have been found to spread diseases. So they said that guard dogs could have dash which may affect other species. So if something is affecting other species, basically it is spreading to other species. Okay, and other species here is written as wild animals. So they're saying other species, here other species are referred as wild animals. So this is our question number 38. Just let me write it here. Okay, now I have to do this also. Why it is in this color? Just 1 second, guys, so that you will be able to identify the answers later. Okay, and they may reduce the amount of dash available to certain wild animals. So here they are trying to say that the keyword is they may reduce something, amount of something. Let's see what they reduce. In using this, they may also compete with other carnivores for food, and by creating landscape of fear, their mere presence can influence the behavior of prey animals. So our answer is from here to here. Can you find the answer? You will have again around 5 or 7 seconds to find the answer, and your time starts now. Okay, time's up. I hope you have found out the correct answer, and the correct answer here is food. So because they are saying they may also compete with other carnivores for, so if they are competing with other animals for something, basically there will be shortage of that. So there are now two species to eat that one particular piece of food. So there will be shortage of that, competition for that. Last but not least, on the other hand, these dogs may help birds by protecting their nests. These might otherwise be threatened by predators such as. So we have to write some kind of animal name here, species here. Let's see. They are protecting birds. The evidence so far indicates that these consequences aren't always negative. Guard dogs can deliver unexpected benefits by protecting vulnerable wildlife from predators. For example, their presence has been found to protect birds. So here it is written, protect birds, which build their nest on their grounds and fields, where foxes would normally raid them. So our answer is between these sentences from here to here. So you will have 5 or 7 seconds to figure out the answer, and your time starts now. Okay, time's up. I hope you came up with the right answer. Let's see if you got it right or not, and the answer is foxes. So if you haven't, don't worry, I'll tell you why. So they're saying otherwise they might otherwise be threatened by predators such as. So they are protecting birds. Otherwise, who would raid them? Here, raid them meaning to say who would kill them. Oh, sorry about that. Who would kill them? Foxes would kill these birds. Otherwise, if guard dogs were not there. So because of these guard dogs, these birds are able to increase their population. So here they are saying threatened by predators. So foxes, or we all know that foxes are the predators. Okay, hope it is clear how to, if you have to solve like questions one by one, if you don't want to overwhelm like we did in the like second passage. If you think that particular method is difficult for you, you can do like this. It will again, no method is better than the other method. It all depends on students. Like in English I always say, there is a saying that no one size fits all. Everybody has different body shapes, everybody has different mind, everybody pickup speed is different. Everybody feels comfortable in different environments, so whatever suits you, pick that. Don't worry what others are doing. If you are thinking like I should do like because that other person who got band 9 did, I should also do that. Believe me, you will not be able to succeed in your exams if you are trying to copy others. You should always take tips from others, but there are no tricks in life, there are no shortcuts in IELTS or in life. So if you want to be successful, you have to do it the hard way, the correct way. So practice with both these types. So in whichever type you feel the most comfortable, stick to it. Practice it before the exam. It should come to you like the back of your hand. You should not have to think in exam what should you do, how you should solve the questions, and things like that. So if you want our help in writing and speaking, if you're stuck at band 6 or 6.5, if you're not able to get that all elusive 7, if 7 is evading you, okay, don't worry, we have made one of the most, if not the most extensive course on IELTS. It covers all the 4 modules extensively, like why you are not getting band 7 in your speaking and or writing, what errors you may be making. And this course is focused, like it will tell you what examiners are looking for and what you should like improve in your writing or your speaking, so that you can give the examiner what they are looking for and get the desired bands. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave the link to my website in the description box, or you can contact us there or in our comment section. You are more than welcome to contact us there. We will be happy to help you, as we have helped numerous countless students. So that's it for this video. I will see you in the next video. Till then, take care and goodbye.